container, they'll usually break apart. So you want to give them lots of space to breathe and have room to move around. But these do fill up very fast. And so usually what we'll do is we'll collect a whole bunch if we're finding a whole bunch, go find a common place where we can set up some spore prints and lay them out and then go back out and collect more as we do with them. So, yeah, and this one collapses, so it's kind of nice.
Nice.
Does anyone else have any other gear that they normally take? Do you have any that you love or recommend?
Well, I always take, I have a map. I use All Trails, but there's other ones that I download the map, and when you go mushrooming, you tend to wander. So if you wander too far, you can put breadcrumbs down and follow your way back to get into a walk. That's really important. And then I've got a whole pack thing, and I can just grab it. You know, sometimes there's KOH, and that's a chemical that you put on the mushroom packs, and it turns a certain color and helps ID it. Knife, FYI, if you lose your knife, like all of my friends have, and myself, the TSA store, which is where they take all the knives from passengers getting on planes, they resell their knives there.
And is that a state store? State surplus store?
You can get a Leatherman for like
What?
$3.
Okay, I gotta write this down.
50 cents. Japan, yeah.
State surplus.
Notes taken.
TSA store?
I lose
It's called the State Surplus Store. It's at home and
Okay, that's like awesome. It's awesome. I have other things there. Okay, computer supplies, desks. I got a screen projector from them for like, $12 and really high resonance. So.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of UT supplies you can end up there. So, but yeah, the knives definitely. You just like you're cutting a specimen, you stop, you take a picture, and I'll even have hiking sticks there. And you'll just forget about it.
Oh yeah.
Just pull out your new TSA.
Nice. That's a really good tip.
You're protecting the homeland by using it now to collect fungi.
And then I've got like a little box and I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Hand ones, yeah, that's nice.
So Liz, do you mind, I decided to do a little live stream. Do you mind just saying kind of what we're doing now?
Oh yeah. So we are doing just a walk around Brackenridge Field Laboratory, which is located in Austin on Lake Austin Boulevard. And we're just going to see what we can find. It's pretty dry. I do know a spot that we'll hit up first where there are some puffballs.
Oh, nice.
Pepper pot plants.
Oh, the
or
pepper
mushrooms.
pots.
So we can look at some of those. We do see one thing, but
Yeah. Very good. All right, let's go explore.
You've gone to TSA before, right?
I've just known about it. I've never gone to the...
Well, it's right by you. I've been on my mat, just in case I'm in the sauce, and I go, oh, let me go see the cool knives. Jared O'Alba. Very cool.
Yeah.
Jared is always losing his knives.
Yeah.
So finally I bought him like 8 of them. And I sit here. And so of course he hasn't lost one since then.
I've only found my knife back once,
Really?
which feels so good, right?
Yeah, that's definitely cool.
Right, the summer was so mild last year. Yeah,
consistent rain throughout the year.
yeah, like not
Look at that.
like bustle in the summer. Yeah.
It's mid-century aesthetic.
Where did you get from?
That's fungal.
Yeah, it looks like reishi.
there's 2 types of rot of wood, brown and white.
And
So this one,
my guess would be white rot.
yeah. So brown rot creates like these cubes. It's really interesting how it makes these like geometric cubes. And this one, white rot, just kind of flakes apart. It's really soft. So white rot is when the lignin in the plant is broken down, and brown rot is just when the cellulose is broken down. So different fungi do different things, and this is something a fungus usually does.
Yeah, and like white rot didn't come here till after the Jurassic period, right?
Yeah, that's where we have all our like coal and oil from.
Yeah, so it's like an alien technology.
You say that again, 'cause the friend just first, evolving on Earth, on land, they produced lignin, but there was nothing really to break it down. Fungi hadn't evolved the ability to do that, and so they created like these huge reservoirs of plant material underground that wasn't really broken down, and that's what became coal and oil. And then once fungi became able to degrade lignin and cellulose, then we don't have those reserves anymore. So that's why they're limited.
And is there any research that's been done to like find how it evolved, like any papers?
Oh, yeah. I can send you guys some. It's called comparative genomics. So they sequence the genomes of fungi, and then they compare what genes that they have for degrading cellulose, lignin, and other components. And so they can see back in time when it evolved. It's all hypotheses. We'll never know for sure, but it is evidence-based, so they're really
yeah.
I'll send you guys some.
I do love like being like, it was the aliens that brought the white rot.
they do look very alien-like, that's for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, that's so
there's
cool.
No more
It's sort of
coal or oil being made.
No.
Maybe a very
Thank you, white
not
rot.
the same quantity as previously. Yeah, so that's why it is limited. It will run out eventually.
When you see this very that
I'm not sure. It's just in science, there's never any absolutes, so I'm very hesitant to say it's never happened. I'm not sure. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, there are probably places like if you think of cold places, fungi are less active because it is cold. They like heat, they like moisture, so maybe less active. Yeah, eel. Yeah, of course.
was it
Jurassic. I found a really great graphic where it shows like where white rot was first kind of found in fossils, I believe, is how they found it originally.
Yeah.
The little blossoms. This cedar elm tassels.
Oh, look at that! Yeah. I have a lot of cedar elm here, which is where, of course, they're gonna have.
Yeah. And you found them. You ended up coming in and finding some, right?
No, I was wrong time of year.
Okay.
I just passed the time that it was here, but I'd heard that someone had seen it, so I tried to break in. So you haven't been here before?
I haven't. No, just for the Science Under the Stars, like
Right,
in
over there.
by the
Yeah,
building,
me too. Yeah.
but never exploring around.
Yeah, they let me in once. Well, I did a guided tour here, and then they let me come here, and I just took off, and oh my god,
Like,
wherever I wanted to go, because no one was with me. And so she said we're going to see some of, because I went that way. Mm-hmm. It's funny, I can remember all this, so it's great. I mean, look, it is see the rock down there? You can see so it's all the way down there. There's
wow.
all the way down. I mean, there's a lot of cliffs here.
Wow.
It's
Because this was kind of like a floodplain, right?
right. And then you gotta remember, look at that pretty butterfly. And it goes all the way down to the lake.
Yeah.
And you can't even see the indentation of it. Well, you can see the house on the other side.
Do you know if it was ever used for agriculture?
Yeah, it was. There's a thing. Oh, look!
This is where we've mainly found them. So you can see this one.
They're so
Totally
cute.
open.
Yeah.
This one they are.
Ah, yeah.
So they'll stick around and here, you guys do it. It's really fun.
Well,
to
these
do.
are
It
my
is fun
pepper
to
pot.
do.
I've done it.
I've done it.
Yeah.
It's fun to have it in slow motion, slow
Yeah,
motion
that's
video.
true.
One right there.
Yeah, you should take a slow motion video. It's
So you'll carry those spores to other places, hopefully.
Sure.
But yeah, this is where we find
They just love it over here. This is the pepper pot patch.
Yep.
Oh, and we found some. This is the for. Yeah, I think so. This is a mesquite, right?
I don't know. It's dead. Maybe.
And that's a Texas persimmon, right? I know mesquites and Texas persimmons. Like I love seeing them right next to one another. I see them together a lot in the wild. Yeah, like kind of tangled like that.
Yeah, if they're all white, you can.
Yeah, I did get some spines
If they're white, yes.
in my hand. Does this look like Texas? Does this look like a mesquite? Oh wow!
Yeah.
They're huge.
Yeah. Look at all of them.
That's a gigantic one. Look at all the pepper pots. This is the pepper pot patch at the Brackenridge Field Lab.
Your name will
There's more here too.
So 100 years from now, someone wants to use that specimen. It'll have your name on it.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
What is the state that you want it to be in? Like if it's dry, do you want, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, so dried would be better. So if you guys do collect some and you don't have any place to dry it, you can email me. I'll make sure you guys have my email and phone number. And just let us know. We can help you.
Do you have an expiration date? Because I actually have a dried, I think it's reishi, but I'm not sure, and it's just been in my house for like 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's no expiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially like those conchs, they last forever.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Did you take, you know, if you get repetitive specimens, do you take those?
So it is useful for location. So even though we may have that specimen or even 100 of those specimens, different locations and different times of year, it's still informative. And
Yes.
it's habitats too, so you can figure out where it is, when it's fruiting.
What type of tree? Like we've got a strain that was found on ligustrum, and so we have a bunch of our community people cultivating it to use on our inoculations. And they're going to be using it next weekend at the one we're doing with Siglo Group and Austin Parks Foundation. So it likes to eat ligustrum, and we like that.
Yeah, we do. I think that turkey tail is just so much faster growing and be able to just, you know,
Yeah.
break down
Everything, yeah.
turkey tail a lot faster because reishi is so slow growing.
Yeah.
You know, so I wonder if that comes into play too.
I think there might be a reishi like right by our house on a stump. I saw it, and maybe if it sprouts again, I'll bring it in.
Oh, so
Yeah. Do you know what the stump was?
No.
No.
It was,
Too decomposed.
yeah,
Is it
well,
red,
yeah.
red or
Yeah.
yellow on top?
It was,
Yeah, that's
yeah. I didn't realize.
This is like a tree.
That's really cool. I know I saw
Collect reishi from the
Yeah, we do have some turkey tail.
And it was on, it's always on willow. Black willow. And also, and up in St. Andrews Park is really like the black willow, the oysters are first attacking it. And
The
then-
willow?
Yeah.
Willows are really interesting. They grow really fast and they suck up a lot of like, chemicals and hard heavy metals in the soil. So they use a lot for remediation. And then if the fungi are eating them, then they would then take it up.
Yeah, that's what the oysters, the native oysters, I see them on the black willows.
Yeah. Well, and when you think of like the medicinal reason for reishi, I mean, it makes sense because like the aspirin.
Yeah.
So it's drawing that from the willow. I forgot which chemical it is, but
Yeah. Yeah, Ricky's, that's when that politician started
earlier. Oh, I know.
And the Amadou, of course. Or the, which is the one that they put in the bee, the sugar substance they're using to feed the bees.
the antifungal.
Yeah, or no, it's like a fungal that they're feeding bees that are being attacked by varroa mites. I think it was,
Looks like something will be there.
what?
We have the fish ponds, and so there's a lot of water overflow, and so I think it might still be wet over here.
Yeah,
So I mean, we can walk around here and then walk farther back.
okay. So where does this water come from?
So there's a bunch of wells on the campus. So I think they come up from there. But then there's also city water, so it's either or. But I imagine that they would use the well water for this, so it has no
Yeah.
added stuff to it.
And is this an older research project, or is this like an ongoing thing?
I don't know if this one is still active or it's been left here. There's,
I love the way it looks.
I know, it
though.
does still look
So that's a big part
Yeah,
of what we're doing.
Yeah, this sort of.
But it has like a lot of ramifications for various other
Yeah.
Dewberries.
Is it dewberry?
Yeah. So dewberries, which is a signal of spring. Yeah, and they say when the dewberries bloom, the morels come up. But not necessarily in the same spot, though. Just the timing.
Yeah, like there.
Here's some yard over here. You can push this out a little bit and squeeze it in your fingers. Smell that?
I'm not able to.
Oh, the yarrow. Is that what you were pointing out, Johnny?
Yeah, I mean, once you see it, you see the little.
Well, yeah, there's like so many materials.
What is this? Is this like a slime mold over here? I've been seeing this a lot, like this like powdery white stuff.
Yeah, that looks like a slime mold.
It's very big, and it's not a fungus, but it's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
It's a big chunk. I usually see it like a small amount.
Slime mold?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like kind of grows. That's a weird
Know what to look for.
growth though. Like it's so high up, it's just like made its way.
Yeah.
It's like a subway system all the way.
There's poison ivy over here.
Okay.
Blackberries, dewberries.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, once you find them,
Right.
Okay, let's go further back. Maybe we'll have a better look.
oh, see, there's like us from there. See the waxy leaves?
You finding anything?
No.
Ooh, just some looking at some rotting.
Yeah, this is brown rot, black.
That one's probably white rot too. A lot of our decomposers are now, but there's a few. It's kind of fun to like find a log that has both of them maybe. These dewberries are so pretty. That one right there that's like still.
Gonna change all the ecosystems. So on some level, maybe things should be moving around.
And ever since colonization, I mean, 1500s, I mean, here.
Yeah. Although my brother is a doctor, he's thinking about moving to Hawaii. He did a doctor's job in Hawaii.
Oh wow,
They're like very.
so cool.
Yeah, I do
You've never been here?
No. Do you do a lot of projects over here?
No, it's my first time.
This is fun.
Here, these are the fish ponds. But they have all different
Okay.
plants, and some have fish, some have frogs.
Is there any active projects going on?
So Laura was just saying that she thinks the woman who runs these is the one who started that diversity group.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I just know she does research on fish, and I think it's fish behavior more specifically, but I don't know much more
Ooh.
than that. Because I had a friend
What are they
who
called?
helped with her lab.
So some
Yeah.
of them have different types of plants. Some of them have different types of fish. I think they were trying to make different ecosystems.
Yeah, I see that.
Like different plants and different pHs, maybe. Like how does the
they're
fish
doing, like,
feel when he
studies?
doesn't have as much oxygen?
Yeah, do they survive?
Do they forget how the lack of oxygen? I don't know. I'm just trying to think like a.
Yeah, I want to know more about these.
Yeah, I want to know too.
Our research is hard. We're not too out.
This little moth.
Yeah, understand how the process works.
Oh, he's a spider.